Hi everybody, welcome to my first bunny chat of 2020. This is going to be like a get ready with me. It's just a series I have on my channel. I'm going to be doing one once a month. I have a list of topics and yeah, so let's get started. Actually, I'm already starting. I was contemplating whether or not I was going to film this video, so I was already applying my face primer before even doing anything. I also have my eyes primed. I use the Good Molecule silicone free priming moisturizer. So while I let that sink into my skin, I'm going to start off with my eyes. I'm going to use the Huda Beauty new Nude palette. As always, I'm going to have all the items that I'm using listed down below. The main topic of this bunny chat was to kind of give an update slash recap of my monetization thing, just because I want a video that I could refer to whenever I mention it, so that I'm not just like boring everyone if you've already heard it. So I think today would be a good way to kind of recap everything. So I was a part of an MCN, which is a multi-channel network. Basically, it's a company that pays you for your videos, but they take a cut out of it. I feel like there's not as many anymore, or they're there but they're more behind the scenes. But back when I first started watching YouTube, there were a lot more present. So there was StyleHaul. I know 17 Magazine had a network as well. Maker Studio was another one. I'm blanking out. But there was like certain ones that were just very popular, and StyleHaul in particular was the one that I had a contract with. And basically, in my opinion, they just take it. I mean, you can see a whole bunch of bad experiences with StyleHaul if you just Google it or YouTube it. But basically, they just take a cut. If you're a small channel, all they're doing is just taking advantage of your channel. Like, they're just gonna take a cut out of what you, well, StyleHaul no longer exists, but this is what they used to do. They would take a cut out of your profits and like what were you making, and promise you all these amazing things. Like, they were gonna help support you, they were gonna send you to events and stuff. And unless you had, I want to say, more than 100,000 subscribers, maybe 30,000 to 100,000, you weren't gonna get that type of attention. It just wasn't gonna happen. So really, they're just, and they knew that, so they're just like making you sign a contract that automatically renews after 2 years, or automatically renews for 2 years. And it was like if you don't have a lawyer reading over that stuff, you can't really break it that easily. I tried, a lot of people try. I think when you would threaten them with like taking actual legal action, they would sometimes release you. But I was stuck with them for a very long time, and I didn't realize how much money I could have been making, which is crazy. And again, it's not about the money. Like, if you're doing YouTube, you're doing it because you love it. But when a company kind of grabs you in thinking that they're gonna help you in some way, it sucks. And it also sucks to see how they treated bigger YouTubers, because of course they like helped them out more. And I remember sometimes seeing StyleHaul like give like fancy handbags to certain big top creators at the time, and they'd be like, oh, thanks StyleHaul. Like, they would tag them in their Instagram pictures with like a Coach bag or like a Michael Kors or whatever. Basically, I was stuck under a network that was not helping me grow, even though they said they would. So they were taking money from, like, they were taking part of our revenue without kind of holding up their end of the bargain. I kind of like, at a certain point, you just give up. You're just like, there's nothing I can do about it. But what ended up happening is that they went out of business. Like, they did some bad deals or whatever. I don't really know. It was some sketchy stuff, and it was very quick when they announced it. They sent an email saying like, hey, sorry, like, we're no longer gonna be doing this, blah blah blah. So I didn't really see many people talk about the demise of StyleHaul, but I saw a bunch of people having trouble receiving their last paycheck, or like in the months leading up to the announcement, they weren't receiving the money that they were owed. And these were like slightly larger channels. And yeah, so I couldn't get out of my contract until they kind of dissolved themselves. Once they reached like bankruptcy or whatever it was, that's when I was finally free. But because YouTube had been changing things, I was no longer monetized. So I had monetization via StyleHaul. Or really, no, I had it from Google, and then I signed with StyleHaul years ago, before they had all these like limits and new rules. So back then, I think you only needed a certain amount of views, which I had. I had a good total number of views. I just didn't have a lot of subscribers. I still don't. But basically, they were like, there's new rules. You have to have at least 1,000 subscribers and at least 4,000 watch hours, which 4,000 watch hours is a lot, because as the name would suggest, it's hours, not views. So we're just talking about 4,000 views. It's easier to attain versus 4 hours of people watching your footage. Like, that's a lot harder, and I've been stuck at like the same number since the very beginning. So I did a video a couple months ago saying, hey, like, I lost monetization and now I'm kind of screwed. And I'm still screwed because I haven't reached that number yet because it's last 12 months. So after a certain point, certain videos are not eligible for that because it's been more than 12 months, you know, as time goes on. So that's just been my predicament lately. I think I summarized that pretty quickly. So that's what's been going on in a nutshell. This is from First Aid Beauty. It's their Avocado Bendy Concealer, and I love how this feels on the skin, but I don't think it's a good color for me. So anyway, that's where I'm at. It's fine. Like, I'm just going through the motions of things, and I am still enjoying YouTube. It's still a fun time. It'll be cool if I do get monetized from YouTube, because it'll be like they take a cut as well, but it's not in the same manner as like what MCN would do, or at least what StyleHaul would do. Technically, it's a blessing in disguise, because to be trapped under them and not be able to leave was hard. Like, even if you caught it before it renewed for 2 years, you had to have it in written form that you wanted to leave like a couple months beforehand, and they purposely would make that stuff complicated so that people would be less likely to leave. But if you check, like I said, on YouTube, you'll see a lot of videos of people leaving and stuff, and even like their bigger clients eventually left. I'm gonna line my eyes really quickly and then do the favorite part, which is mascara. I'm gonna use my brown mascara for today, but first I'm gonna use the lash primer from Essence. This is their volume booster, so I'm gonna apply that to my lashes first. So this is a brown mascara from Colourpop. It is in brownie points, and I definitely like it. Like, honestly, I had low expectations for the mascara, but this one is not bad for like a very natural, soft color. I wish there was such a thing as like a pigmented medium tone brown instead of like these almost black type of browns, or like softer blacks, which is really what brown mascara ends up looking like. I wish there was like a lighter brown mascara, if that makes sense, because I would really like that. I think that kind of contrast against brown eyes would be really nice. But so far, I've yet to find that type of thing. I don't know if it really exists, honestly. I've seen like pastel mascaras, like bright colored ones. I've seen like lighter brown eyeliners. There was one from Stila that I really loved, but I just have a hard time with those liners. I feel like they dry up so incredibly quickly, even though they are so raved about and they're such like a staple in the beauty community, especially back in the day. But they do not perform well on my lids. Like, sometimes they skip a little. Sometimes they just dry out so quickly, like before even the 6-month mark. So, alright, so we are done with the eye portion. I kept it simple with a very soft pink color scheme and a little bit of gold. I feel like this camera doesn't pick up the details when it comes out good. But I tried using my Canon 80D, and I feel like there's something wrong with the lens, and it's just not as sharp, not as focused. So it makes me really sad because I don't have money for a lens, but whatever, it's fine. This is Bare Minerals, I always forget the name of this, Complexion Rescue Hydrating Foundation Stick with SPF 25. And I love how this feels on my skin. It's amazing. Is it the right color? I don't think so, but it's fine. No one's gonna see this. I mean, I am leaving later today, but it's okay. I'm gonna blend that in. I'm gonna apply some blush from Colourpop. This is Fresh and Peachy. I always overdo it with this color, but you know what? That's life. I don't think the gray skies are doing me any favors today with their lighting and the way it's hitting my makeup. It's totally fine. It doesn't matter. It's not a big deal, right, guys? I'm gonna use my favorite lip gloss that I've been using for the past couple months, and I'm running low. I've never finished a lip gloss before, as far as I can remember. But this is from Colourpop. This is their Ultra Glossy Lip. It is in the color Granita. I think this came in the Watermelon collection from Colourpop, and I doubt this is still of it. Colourpop just does so much, and then they just discontinue things. Sometimes I don't even realize things I discontinue that I really love. Like a lot of the Super Shock shadows, when I did my Super Shock shadow collection from Colourpop, a lot of those were discontinued. I didn't even realize it. But it's fine. But I mean, I guess it is what it is. That's what happens when you release so many new products. You kind of have to get rid of the stuff that's not performing well. But anyway, this is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching if you made it to the end. I really, really appreciate it. And I will see you guys soon with another video. Bye.